So again, welcome everybody. We are so excited to talk professional development for camp people today. And that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. And we have groups and things that represent a wide variety of professional development. My name is Allison Crable. I'm with the Summer Camp Society. We have some lovely guests with us today. I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves and do about 2 to 3 minutes about the organization that they're with, all at one time. And so we'll go one by one with that. And then I will tell you about a couple other opportunities. And then we're going to go into breakout rooms and kind of treat this like a virtual vendor fair. And so you'll be able to pop in and out of the breakout rooms that feel right for you, ask questions, get to know people a little better, hear more about what they have to say. And at the end of this, don't worry about like fervently writing things down. I'll send you a spreadsheet that has I'll send you an email that has everyone here's contact information on it. And I'll send you a spreadsheet that has a lot of professional development options for you. So I'm just going to go in the order that it is on my screen. And Chris, you are the lucky first person on my screen. Can you introduce yourself and Ultimate Camp Resource?
Great. Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Pilato. I am one of the people behind Ultimate Camp Resource. My business partner and I have operated the site for about 18 years. And if you're not familiar, it's a free comprehensive resource for camp people. So if you were to Google camp games or camp skits, songs, activities, chances are you're going to end up at our site. And that's something we're really proud of. It's been a labor of love for almost 20 years. So we get probably 2 million unique visitors a year to the site, but we are very late to the social media game. And so this past year, we really spent some time diving in and trying to make sure we're accessible to people the way they want to get information now. And so some of the things that we're starting to collect that if you come to our breakout room, I want to talk to you about is we are collecting and sharing camp stories. We're looking for counselor tips. So it's a way to either elevate you or your camp or someone you have on staff to share something that you think is creative that can help other camp folks. We do a fair amount of videos. And so we're always looking for people who want to submit videos and activities that we can put on the site to share with the world. If you are in the New England area and you would like to have one of us come out and do a games training for you for free so we can film some more stuff, let me know. That's something we've done. And then we also do this thing called channel takeovers, where we give you an opportunity to pretty much take over our channel and share things that you're doing at the camp. And we've done a couple this past summer that were really well, a lot of really clever and bright ideas. But we're really just a reflection of all the work that you are doing in the camping industry. And so our ability to share and collect those resources is only as good as the information we get back from people and that we collect. So thank you very much for anyone that's been to the site. It means a lot to us. And if you're interested in participating more, I'd love to talk to you in the breakout room.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And yeah, I know that I've used Ultimate Camp Resource, especially and I know this is so many people out there. But when you grow up at a camp and then you become a counselor there or a seasonal leader there or a director there, you only know what you've been exposed to. And Ultimate Camp Resource helped me see that, the games we play are not the only ones that exist. And Chris did not tell me to plug this, but I am going to say that the shirt that Chris sent me is one of the most comfortable shirts that I own. So I do have to mention that right before I go to my friend Amy, who works with Transplanting for Camps.
Hello. Yeah, so my name is Amy. My pronouns are she, her, and I work with Transplanting for Camps. We are a training and consultancy group, and basically we work to break down barriers for queer and trans young people to enjoy and experience camp. So when we say young people, we mean staff, we mean campers, we mean community members, anybody who is served by youth or camp agencies is typically who we work with. And we do that through consulting and policy work, but also through webinars, professional development, networking, and partnering with other queer and trans individuals in the community, whether that be through blog posts or just connecting through resources and affinity groups, affinity spaces. We have a lot of webinars that are going this fall that are geared towards professional development. So those are things I'm happy to talk to you about in breakout rooms, and really just ways we can help you in your communities experience a safer camp for everybody. So we are a team of 4 currently, and our trainers are out doing all the training things today. So I work a lot with our back end. So happy to answer any questions about the cogs and wheels, and any questions I can answer for you.
Amy can answer all of the questions, and we
Every one of them.
we definitely can. Big fan of Transplanting for Camps works. Can't say enough. Great blogs on our site, great info out there, great stuff. Michaela, I'm so excited to introduce you next. Why can't you tell us, if I can use words, can you tell us a little bit about Black?
Absolutely. So this is going to get a little tricky because if you're looking at me on the screen, you're not hearing me, but if you're looking at the little floating head, that is where I'm talking through. It is going to confuse me as I introduce myself, but my name is Michaela Elvey. I'm the executive director of Black Inc., which stands for the BIPOC Leadership Advancement at Camp Coalition. And it's a coalition, right? Which means that it's a collective of organizations and individuals that are dedicated to combating the attrition rate of people of color in both the recreational and summer camp industries. A lot of the work that we do is to promote racial equity at summer camps. And we do this through our wellness-focused professional development model. So we do provide services and training, but periodically we also host wellness workshops and community events to promote more meaningful connections and networking opportunities. Our premier program that we started with was a town hall affinity space, which has gotten traction over the years. And so we're probably the youngest organization of the ones presenting because we established this year, and we have an amazing plan for 2024, and we're really excited to hit the ground running. Some of the things that I look forward to talking with you about on this call is, well, I have a little one pager, but we have 2 programs that are ongoing. One is the CAMP program, which stands for Coach and Mentorship Program. And what it is, it's to connect younger camp professionals with some older mentors to get that one-to-one career coaching as an opportunity. So that's one program that I'm here to talk to you about. And then the second one is to see if we could get more posts to our job board. One of the things that, as I was going to camp conferences over the years, I heard time and time again was we would love to get more people of color at our camp. We have no idea how to reach qualified individuals. And so we started a job board specifically to connect folks, right? To get in community with these people, to find talented folks that might not have the access to some of your job postings, and get folks in the door, get folks interviews, get folks connected. So I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about that program. And last but not least, we developed a pledge for individuals or organizations to really say that racial equity, it matters in summer camp, that it's a deficit and that we really need to do a lot of work to address it and be very pointed with that. So I also want to share a pledge for all of you or anybody moved to also sign, which will then help us gather numbers, data, and show the ACA and other agencies why it's important to really be addressing racial equity in summer camps.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I've seen you speak, and you've facilitated stuff at the Summer Camp Society retreats, and you are amazing and doing great work for the industry. So we appreciate you. Jord, I am so excited that you're here because you are unique in that you are just a passionate volunteer who loves some professional development that OCA provides, and you're willing to tell us about your experience as a consumer of that and as a volunteer.
Thanks, Allison. Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name's Jordana. And I'm here to kind of just talk about what it's like to volunteer for an association. And so I am a big volunteer at the Ontario Camps Association. So just north of the border. I'm actually part of a team that's planning this year's conference. And we're really excited to engage a lot of organizations that are up and coming and really invested in camping and the continuation of that camp legacy and starting new things in the camp industry. So we're really excited about that and really open to new possibilities and grateful for the support of our association as well. And so in kind of taking some steps in opening some doors at our upcoming conference, I'm really excited to talk to people on this call today about different opportunities that are out there to really engage with the camp community in your area. And if you're in Ontario, even better. We can chat more. So I'm really excited to be here. Thank you.
And I don't have to live in Ontario, right? Like technically Ontario's driving distance for a lot of people in the States, so they can come.
Drive on over. We have
Get yourself a
beautiful-
passport, go through customs, and let's OCA together. Thank you so much, George. Kyra, thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about LEAD?
Sure. Hey everyone, it's so great to see you. It's great to see a lot of the consultants on here. Shout out Michaela, I love you and miss you, and I hope that your travels were safe. So LEAD stands for Let's Empower, Advocate, and Do. We are a mental health literacy and DEI training organization. About 10 years ago, I co-founded LEAD, and we have scaled internationally, working with outdoor recreation organizations, summer camps, and beyond that. When I first entered this space, I became a youth mental health first aid instructor and offered this to camps all over the country. And we started hearing the same things over and over and over about the limitations for mental health first aid within a very unique setting like camp. And so as a result of that, LEAD actually worked with industry experts and camping professionals to develop the first mental health certification tailored to a summer camp environment. And that's really important for me as someone who was a camper with very serious PTSD and had some really tough experiences at camp and missed out because staff were not trained to respond to mental illness or even different types of neurodiversity as well, and neurodivergence. Any of the DEI, JBA training that we do is also provided through the very unique lens of mental health. So we believe that you can't teach mental health without equity, inclusion, justice, belonging, and also the opposite, right? You can't teach DEI, JBA without mental health and vice versa, words. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to learn from so many of you. One of the best parts of the camping industry is our collaboration and the way that we lift one another up and support one another. LEAD is also this year offering free burnout recovery support groups to many of our camp partners all over the country. And those have been illuminating in what the camp industry has been through over the last few years, where we're going, and what we need to do to address the mesh, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual health of summer camp professionals. So happy to be here and excited to get started.
Thank you so much, Kyra. You always talk about such hard things with such a soothing voice that it makes it so much easier. So thank you so much.
For sure. And I also just want to acknowledge where I talked about this in therapy this morning. We're in a rough moment right now, a really painful moment. And so for anyone that's struggling with that stuff too, I'm also here just to be a support and listen as well.
Thank you so much for taking a moment to acknowledge that, Kyra. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And hop into Kyra's breakout room. If you want to dig into that just a little bit more with her, I think that she's comfortable with that. Michaela, you're off mute because of your phone situation. So I didn't know if you wanted to add anything, but yeah.
Nope, thanks for checking in.
Thank you so much.
Technology is weird.
The Summer Camp Society, I'll give you a brief spiel on that. Basically, we just want camps to try new things, work together, and be better no matter what that takes. And we do that. We help camps do that through some free stuff. So a podcast, a blog, free resources. You can go to our website right now and download like a template to survey your staff, or a budget calculator, or an evening program. So those are all there for people. We go to conferences, we speak to people. We just want to help the exchange of information. So, and really kind of like camp theory. So it's not always like, this is the steps 1, 2, 3, 4 of how you do this, but this is, what if we thought about it this way? What would that look like? I think that that's our little niche in this helping support camp professional development. We also have a membership option, which is I can talk more about it in our breakout room, but essentially it's a progressive online community to really help that information exchange. You can go post on a message board right now, and some of us know which message board I'm talking about, and some of us will see it in the spreadsheet because I did include it, and you're going to get a lot of responses. And it's easier. There's a shortcut to trust, and there's a shortcut to the finish line of what you're doing if most of the people who you're asking have the same values as you, and our members know what we stand for. And why would you sign up if you didn't agree with what we stand for, is kind of the way I see it. And so it shortcuts a lot of that to have people who are working with the same mindset. And that's like a really brief thing. So I'll be here too. So thank you, all of you. A couple of things again. I said this at the beginning, but want to reiterate. I was going to hold some space to really dig into some other people who couldn't be here today. But I made a spreadsheet that I'm going to send out after this that has all of that information linked. So that will be hopefully great for you. Some things I wanted to say specifically is Scamp Life has a podcast. You'll see that linked on our, that's with Kurt Jackson. You'll see it linked on the spreadsheet. Phenomenal resource. All the stuff that Go Camp Pro does, we're big fans of. They have tons of podcasts. They have tons of blogs. They have an online community as well. I think, Michaela, do you do some work with them as well? A lot of people on this call probably, Kyra's shaking her head like you do, probably do some work with them. So I think a lot of us, I know Transplanting for Camps was doing work with them at some point. So a lot of us have touched on that. The American Camp Association National Conference will be in February in New Orleans, the week before Mardi Gras. So just extend your stay and have a great time. ACA Tri-State Conference is the biggest camp conference in the world, I believe. Someone can shake their head if that's wrong, but I think that is what they bill it as. It's a great time. We had a party there last year, and we'll have a party there this year. So get excited for that. There's things like Coursera, which is just like an online place where you can go take any course that has nothing to do with camp. And that helps build your professional development so much. And while we were on this call, I got a message from one of our members that she emailed Coursera and was like, I work for a nonprofit. And they gave her 75% discount on all the courses. So I'm not saying they'll do that for you, but they might be willing, might be worth taking a try. There's the University of South Florida has an ethical leadership course that's free to pay if you want the certificate. I've done a Google project management certificate that's free. You can just literally Google like marketing and read marketing blogs, and that helps you with summer camp marketing. You can Google business plans, and that helps you understand the business side of camp. So there's tons of opportunities out there that are beyond this room and beyond the camp space. Again, I have some linked on that spreadsheet for you, but if you hear of any great ones, let us know, because we would love to add that to this spreadsheet as well. What I'm going to do now is open up breakout rooms. And so every one of the people that you see speaking here, other than me, has a breakout room, and it's labeled. You'll be able to join whatever breakout room you want. You should be able to move at any time. If that doesn't work, I'll be here. Elise also works for the Summer Camp Society, and they are here to help us. And we'll have, let's say, 25 minutes. We're getting through this a little bit faster than I thought, which is great. To go into, we'll say 20, and we'll get everyone out of here early. 20 minutes to go into breakout rooms and talk more in depth. You can pop back and forth, do whatever you need to do, what feels right for you. And the Summer Camp Society's breakout room will be this main room. So if you come back to the main room, I'll be here. And if you have any questions, you can chat us, and we'll help you figure it out. I'm going to stop recording, which I should have.